Welcome back. Former Lloydminster resident and web series director Chris Lorenz is hoping to be the recipient of a huge production grant. The creator of Roadside Dead Guys is sharing his personal project that incorporates growing up in the border city. Josh Ryan has the story.
Robbie.
Writer-director Christopher Lorenz may have left Lloydminster more than 4 years ago, but his hometown memories continue to shape his work.
I remember when I was a kid, me and my friends just coming up with the silliest ways to pass time out on the farm when we were in the summer and we didn't have anything to do.
His web series Roadside Dead Guys is a tale of two men who died in nearly the same spot along a road. The two are stuck together for an eternity, trying to pass the time to an entirely different level.
So we are finding humor in something that's a little more morbid and a little more dark, but besides that, we never really, the joke isn't the fact that they're dead. The joke kind of comes out of their situation and the way that these two characters interact with one another.
Everything about the show has been influenced by his upbringing in the border city, including finding a location that fit the prairie image.
I was telling my teammates, none of whom are from the prairies, I was like, we need to find that sort of location because it's crucial to the feeling, and they were like, oh, okay. So I'm glad we were able to shoot out in Kamloops because, yeah, it really suits that feeling we were trying to go for.
The show's humor is also something Lorenz draws from his background, as he has always tried to create something that his friends and family back home would enjoy.
So I think I'm always trying to get towards that, kind of prairie humor. It's very dry, very down-to-earth sort of sense of humor, and I hope that really comes across because I'd love for people in Lloydminster to respond to this.
Currently, Lorenz and his team are awaiting the voting process from Storyhive, which would provide the funding to finish the show. He also hopes it can provide some motivation to like-minded youngsters here in Lloydminster.
I'd urge people to kind of find stories from their own life and from the community they're from, because those are the stories that you're really going to connect to, and by focusing on things that you truly understand and characters that you really know, you can make some pretty interesting stuff.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
Well, they're everywhere in our city, and for most, they're quite annoying. The summer has uncovered countless potholes, and the rain hasn't helped our road conditions. We spoke with the city to get more on what they're doing to pave over the problem.
I think potholes are an issue in most municipalities most of the time. When you put pavement in and you have water running and things, potholes happen.
Lloydminster is riddled with potholes, some fairly deep. So what has the city been doing to fix them?
The product that we've been using currently is called Instant Road Repair, and it's a cold, oily type mix. You put it in a hole and pack it down with a shovel, and it's a temporary fix.
Director of Public Works Alan Caford says now the city has come up with a more permanent solution.
We have recently purchased a machine that will allow us to carry hot asphalt with us, keep it hot, and we're actually going to try not using Instant Road Repair and just use hot asphalt and repair them the way they're intended to be repaired right off the bat.
College Drive and 65th Street are scheduled for major repair. The city is also encouraging residents to report particularly rough areas on the city's website under Report a Concern. Crews will be hitting the pavement to fill as many holes as possible before the snow flies.
We're out there working at it and making it as safe as we possibly can for everybody, and we'll get the work done.
This is Newcap Sports with Moses Waldo.
The CPCA landed in Meadow Lake for the Eagle Creek CPCA Canada Cup Series. Of course, the driver standings are tight going into this weekend, and they got even tighter. We begin in heat number 10. Jamie Labicane, the closest to your screen on the 3-barrel. Devin Mitzwing on 2, while Bob Van Eaton was on 1. Labicane out of the figure 8 with an early lead, but Mitzwing would grab the rail. It was too wide for most of the race before Mitzwing eventually will pull away and come out with a wagon length win. He also looked pretty good for the day money, and it would come down to heat number 12 to see if that happened. It was Ray Mitzwing, Chris Molly, and Todd Baptiste.
There's the horn, and the big guns are off and running on a Friday night. Heat number 12 is on the track, and the number 1 man in the CPCA standings finds himself at the number 1 spot on the track as they head southbound to number 1 corner, Chris Molly. Make a charge for that.
No one was going to catch Molly as he wins by 1.5 lengths to capture the day money on night number 1. And let's take a look at those top times after day 1. Chris Molly, talk about edging out Mitswing for that day money. 102.96. Jamie Labicane continues his climb up the driver's standings, vaulting to 6th place. He came out with the 3rd fastest time. Ray Mitswing finished with the 4th fastest time, while Danny Ringette, hey, he made it into the top 5. Day 2 resumes tonight in Meadow Lake at 6:30. To some football now. The CJFL made its way to the border city. The Edmonton Wildcats and Regina Thunder kicked off an exhibition contest at Holy Rosary Field. There was a Lloydminster connection as 4 Wildcat players are from the city, so it was safe to say that the fans out there cheering, well, they were cheering for the Wildcats. Second quarter, 5-2 Regina. Victor St. Pierre Laviolette will punch it in from 1 yard out to give the Thunder the 12-2 advantage. It would go to 15-2 later in the quarter. Wildcats offense couldn't get anything going. Colton Hippie getting sacked. Next Regina series, the ground game working for the Thunder. Ethan Hotz, he comes up with a big run getting into the red zone. Moments later, it's going to be him again, Hotz. He would make it 22-2. They would actually cruise to a 30-2 victory. Now moving on to the PBR. It made its stop to Lashburn last night for the Brad Phipps Memorial Bull Riding Show. It was a beautiful night at the Lashburn Sports Grounds. 25 riders tried their best to reach the short go. Just 7 remained. Nathan Shopper, he'd be riding Snap Tracker, hanging on for dear life, but Shopper is a pro. He hangs on long enough to take the lead and a score of 167.5. Right behind him, well, is this guy, Stenson Lawrence. He had an 82 in his first ride. His second ride, even better, scoring 86.5. He definitely stayed on for the full 8. The judges would agree. He now has the overall lead at 168.5 total. So it's down to one last rider, Lumsden, Saskatchewan's Tim Lipsett. And there you have it, Lipsett riding Minion Stewart and coming up with an 89 in the short go, 174 total. He takes the Brad Phipps Show.
Came into this boat ride, I'm really confident. I did good here last year, and I really have been kind of picking away a little bit lately, and I've been really wanting to win. And I had a bull called Minion Stewart in the short round, and I actually got on him here last year, and I was 87.5, and he's a bucker, and I knew I could ride him, and it worked out. Good night.
Here is Newcap weather.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Here's a quick little peek at the previous 12 hours and now the further 24 hours you're going to get in terms of cloud cover. As you can see, not much going on. It's been a bright and sunny weekend for us thus far. That is going to change, however, within the next couple of days. You see this storm making its way over, along with this cold front coming in from the north. That's going to bring in some possibility of showers coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday. 24 in the Battlefords, and it'll drop back up to 25 tomorrow evening. 24 over in the Lakeland area as well, and that'll jump up to 26 after a low of 12 overnight. And then here in the Midwest, it's 23 degrees. We'll drop down to 11 and then back up to 23 tomorrow afternoon, with winds coming out of the east-southeast ranging from 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. And then we get into our 7-day forecasts, 23 again on Monday and Tuesday, and then 22 on Wednesday, where we could see some thunder showers pop up here or there in the afternoon. 23 again on Thursday, then 24 to end the week off on Friday, Saturday, where we'll see some more sun. Winds shifting from the east to the west and then ending up out of the south on Saturday. And the lows are all around your average for this time of the year, though slightly on the warmer side. That has been your look at the 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you so much for that, Josh. A beautiful Monday and then
Yes.
some rain. Well, that's all the time we have for news tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and have a good night.
Peace.